Hey, welcome to my channel and to another weigh-in. This is my second weigh-in on the Nutrisystem. They say, I'm on a like a newbie Facebook group for the program, and I have read more than one occasion where people say, I gained weight my second week, I gained weight, and everybody tells them it is common. A lot of people gain weight their second week. And like I was talking to my friend Terry, who is from Yarn Joy podcast. We're Nutrisystem buddies. She says because your calories go up. Well, they put my calories up to, I think I told y'all, the first week I was at 1,207,000. But when it went to my second week and beyond, I read that they will adjust your calories every 28 days. So for this 28 days, they had me at 2,040 calories. I'm not eating it. I'm just not eating it. I'm not doing it. I don't care if they say you can lose weight. That's probably a half a pound. I want more than a half a pound. Yes, I'm going to be greedy. This is not something I plan on staying and doing the rest of my life. This is something I want to get done. I don't care if it comes off fast. I'll worry about setting up my lifestyle when the time comes. But I want more than a half a pound, and I know from looking at the things online where it tells you how many calories to eat to lose certain amounts of weight. I know that's the highest I can eat to lose the least amount I can lose, and I'm not eating 2,000 calories. I know they say I could lose it or they wouldn't have it in their app, but that just seems excessive to me, even at my size. Let me tell you the weight, and then we'll talk some more. At my size, well, this is the thing. I feel like, what if I can't trust this amount? What if it was a fluke? What if I didn't lose weight? Did I lose weight? Did I just let the cat out of the bag? I weighed in at 314.2, which was a even 3 pounds, loss of an even 3 pounds, and that puts me at 62.9. So I'm like, what if that was a fluke on my scales? What if I didn't lose weight? What if I gained weight? What if I stayed the same? Because David, I still track my weight on the Healthy app because it gives you the decimal point. On the Numi app, which is for Nutrisystem, it just does your whole numbers, no decimal points. Well, his decimal point, I can't remember what they were, but this week, he lost less than a pound. But he still lost. But according to their app, he stayed the same. So what he goes by is staying the same. Maybe I should put him in the Healthy app too, but he's not as I don't think he's as down to the nth degree as I am. But here's the thing. That put me over my 10-pound mark. And they have these little thing called NutriBears. I got a code that says, here's your free gift for losing 10 pounds. So I'm like, oh, well, let me see what it is. So I go over, it says redeem offer. I click redeem offer, and up comes this cute little stuffed bear. I don't know, he's probably yay big. You can't tell from the picture. And he's red, and he's got a 10 on his chest, his belly somewhere. And I think the way it says is maybe you can add bands as you go along to the bear. But it was like, the code was for the free bear. I just paid shipping, which, of course, I paid shipping because I want my little bear that says 10 pounds. And if I don't lose weight, I told David and I told Joan, I told them both more than one occasion, if I didn't lose weight this week, I was going to be PO'd. Now I'm going to be PO'd if I didn't really lose it, and the next week I gain it, I'm going to be PO'd that week too. So somebody's going to get PO'd somewhere. Let's drink on that. Got my Flares mug. Look, I have to show you. There she is. I don't think she's doing that well. She's kind of doing a brumation thing. And I don't know. I just don't think she feels well. She's 11 years old. So we won't talk about that. But this week I have not hit, I think I went over 1,600 calories one day, and the rest of the time I have been below that. And I am adding more vegetables in this week because I know that's what did it the first week, was I didn't have all this extra food. And when I did low carb, my body works great on low carb. It just does. And so I am, even though that's not the premise of this program, they give you so many carbs a day. I think if I can limit the carbs and have more vegetables, first of all, I'll stay full longer, which as much as real food as I didn't get to eat that first week, and as much as eating those vegetables just did me in, they did keep me full. So this week I'm trying to eat more vegetables. If you saw my haul, you saw that I bought more vegetables this week than I did last week, which was my first week on the regular, part of the program. So now my vegetables last night were good. Ooh, they were good. Those butternut squash with the cinnamon on them that I found at Harris Teeter, I told David, I said, he loved them too. I said, next time they're marked down, I'm getting them. He said, even if they're not marked down, get those. I'm like, okay. And my Swiss chard, ooh, it was good. I put my vinegar on there. It was so good. Even that cauliflower was good. It was, I'll tell you, those colors, the purple and the orange, I'm telling you, unless it's all in my brain, I don't care if it is in my brain. If it works, it works. They're milder than the white. They're just milder. And then, I had my chicken because I burnt my supper. If you didn't watch my video, I burnt that supper. Which I had the rotisserie chicken, so I did have something to eat. But what I learned this week, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. Okay, I'm just having a dry spot in there. It is too early in this conversation to have a dry spot, which I don't know if it's going to be long or not, because I told John this morning I feel boring. I feel boring today. I don't know if it's because I'm just sleepy this morning. I don't know what it is. But what I was saying was, I feel like I am learning that you don't have to eat food just because you want food or just because you're hungry. I'm finding out that these vegetables are keeping me full longer. Now, these stretches, I'll tell you, these stretches from lunch until supper, which is like 7 to 8 hours, I get hungry. I have to eat every few hours or my blood sugar goes, ooh, it does, So, Nutrisystem wants you to eat 6 meals a day, so that works out to every few hours. So I don't feel bad having more than one snack during that long stretch. I have my nighttime snack when I'm sleeping. I move it over to the middle of the day because we eat so late. We eat 8 o'clock. By the time all is said and done, I'm exhausted because I've been up since the butt crack. It's the butt crack of dawn. And so I'm just ready to repeat that cycle. It is just a vicious cycle. Getting up early, crashing. Getting up early, crashing. And I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to make myself stay up at night when I'm so sleepy I can't hold my eyes open. I fall asleep I don't even realize that I fall asleep. And next thing I know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, you've been asleep. But I have found out that you don't have to eat just because you want to eat. Before, if I wanted to eat, I could find something to eat that was on my plan. And I think, even though I was losing weight, I don't think that was doing me any favors. I don't think that was teaching me anything. That's probably the plan I'm going to go back to. But I think I will have learned some portions doing this program, because your main dish that they give you is this big. That's where your calories come from. What you're adding in, you have portions that you have to stand by. I am so used to thinking, like I think I told you the other day, I can go get me a boiled egg or two when I'm hungry. I can't do that now because it counts against you. You know what I mean, counting against you. It counts against your totals that you're supposed to have during the day of how many proteins and how many carbs you're supposed to have, in addition to your Nutrisystem foods. And if I wanted to go get some of that rotisserie chicken that's in the refrigerator, I have to count that. So I guess I'm kind of, if you compare it to Weight Watchers, I'm kind of on the green plan where, well, I think even the green plan, you get 0 point fruits and vegetables. You don't get zero, well, you do get 0 point vegetables. Let me back that up. You don't get 0 point fruit, which I've never been a big fruit eater anyway, so that don't bother me at all. Even though on Simply Feeling, I did eat bananas when I would get hungry. A banana would help. So I do kind of miss being able to just eat a banana any old time I want. But here's the thing. I'm not eating all of my foods during the day. I'm not. And I'm not forcing that issue. I'm not going over to the refrigerator. I'm not looking on my sheet and seeing. Now, when I meal plan, I mark off. I've made me a whole new meal planning sheet. It keeps evolving to where it gets to an easier way to handle, easier way to use when I menu plan. I think I've got the one now because I can mark off what I have for that meal and know that I have met all the requirements of that meal. Well, I'm not going over there and I know I'm not eating them all because I'm not eating everything I have planned, but I'm not going over there and seeing, oh, well, I didn't eat this, I didn't eat this, I didn't eat this, so let me go on and eat it just because. I'm not doing that. And so I think it's teaching me that because you can have it, doesn't mean you need it. It does not mean you need it. You don't need it. I've also been doing the dreaded exercise. Still hate it. I'm fine when I get in it. Well, not really. I do like the Richard Simmons. I do like the Dance Along gal, her Bee Gees. And Oh What a Night. I love those. But I hate starting. I like finishing. But I hate getting started. And I'll sit here, I'll just really like, oh my gosh, I didn't exercise yet. And I just turn my little chair around or I turn my walker around because I have to, on the Dance Along gal, it's sitting. On Richard Simmons, it's standing. And when I get on up into it, sometimes I'll start over from the beginning because the first 3 are the easiest for me to do. And then he'll do a hard one and an easy one and a hard one and an easy one. And sometimes I'll let it go and start with a hard one, but I have to go really slow. And a lot of the moves I have to hold on to my walker. But still, I'm moving. It might not be long and it might not be hard, but it is still moving. So those are the things I think that we need to do for housekeeping, for weight loss discussion. I think that's all I know. If something else pops into my head, I'll say it. This week was Valentine's Day. David did not get me flowers. Guess why? Because he had to go down to his sister's house to do something to her car. He come walking in the door, and I seen him. He was holding some flowers. He said, "You got a prize." I said, "What is that?" He goes, "His sister got you flowers." I'm like, "What you talking about?" He says, "She got you flowers." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "She just said here to tell you happy Valentine's Day." I said, "Well, that let you off the hook." He goes, "Well." I'm like, golly. She bought me a dozen, like, pretty pink variegated roses with a little bit of baby's breath in it. Yeah. So, I don't know where that came from, but they're beautiful. They're just absolutely beautiful. Now, somebody... And that was it. I told him, I said, you best not bring no candy up in this house. I could eat a Whitman sampler probably in 2 days. I love Whitman's samplers. Oh my gosh. There's not a candy in them that I don't like. I have some favorites, but I love all the different flavored cream filled centers. The the toffees are my favorite. But I said, don't you bring no candy up in this house. He said, I wouldn't do you like that. I'm like, no. So anyway, somebody, and if y'all think I can remember anything past the nose on my face, y'all would be sadly mistaken. But somebody asked me the other day, when was I going to show my new tattoo? You know, I got it back when I got it in December, I think. Now, I ain't never thought about it, and it's in a hard place to show you, but it's two owls. There's the bigger one in the back is Sebastian, and the smaller one in the front is Jacob. So it's right here on my forearm. I should have lotioned. I should have lotioned up and show up better from my dry. Oh my gosh, my skin is pathetically dry. Even when he tattoos me, he goes, he just can't get over how dry my skin is. I feel. Hold on, let me put some lotion on. I got some right here behind me. Okay. I'm lotioned up now. Let me see if I can. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to. Can you see them? There we go. Can you see the little owls? So back in the back is Sebastian, in the front is Jacob. So anyway, that is my newest one. Now I've got another spot back here that is kind of an odd shape that I'm not sure. I'll get something on it at some point. I have to study on what to put back there. Speaking of tattoos, on my Facebook memories a couple days ago was, and I can't remember now how many years ago it was. It was probably, well, I started getting tattoos at 53. I'm 59. Oh my gosh. It's been 6 years. So it was somewhere between now and 6 years ago. I made a pact with myself that I wasn't going to get another tattoo until I lost weight. I'm thinking it was probably after I started Weight Watchers, because I hadn't tried to lose no weight, not to where I really cared. So it was probably after 2018. That's what I'm guessing. I made a pact with myself. I was not going to get another tattoo until I lost weight. That was going to be my reward to myself, or my treat to myself for losing weight. Y'all seen me. That did not last. That's what I have told y'all. I am not accountable to myself. I told myself, you're not going to do it. But myself said, you want it, don't you? And my other self said, yes. And then my other self said, well, then get it. And my other self said, okay. So, this later, there was no pact holding me back from doing what I want to do. I'm just kind of like that. I'm a little bit headstrong and a little bit, maybe that's what's helping me on this. Well, I tell you one thing that's helping me is the money we spent. I can't see having spent money on food and then ruining it by just going crazy eating stuff I should not be eating. So maybe, I don't know if that's headstrong or cheap, or, well, it's not really cheap. It wasn't cheap. I'm going to tell you another thing. Let me tell you another thing. You think you buy all that food from them and you don't have to buy nothing else. No, you see my grocery hauls. The price of food, it is no wonder in this United States, I can't speak for anywhere else because I don't live anywhere else, why poor people, listen, poor people got poor ways. That's what my mom always said. I just say poor people, not in a disparaging manner. People who live below the median. People who just get enough to get by, who can just pay their rent, who can just feed the mouths in their family. It is no wonder they are probably more apt to be obese and to not be in good health, because they can't afford all the vegetables that I just bought. What I just paid for what I bought yesterday at the grocery store, there was only two. One was a deodorant, one was some gum, because he takes gum with him to work. The rest was just food for 2 people for the week, in addition to what we bought from Nutrisystem. Was $175 for 1 week. That was nothing, no exaggeration. There was one thing from the center of the store, and that was Pam cooking spray. Everything else come from the outside of the store. The produce, the meat, the dairy, some little bit of frozen, some okra. You can't afford, if you can barely pay your bills, barely get food on the table, you can't afford what I just bought a week. You can afford Kraft macaroni box and cheese, or like we used to get, the store brand. You can afford a pack of 99-cent hot dogs. I don't even know if they're still 99 cents, but depending on what kind you get, a pack of hot dog buns, a little can of chili, a bag of french fries. That's the kind of stuff you can afford when you have mouths to feed. So just because we bought all that food from them, don't mean we still don't have to supplement with all these vegetables and all the things, the sides that go with it. So that's what I told David when I come in yesterday. I said, honey, I don't know what else to do to get the food bill down. I just don't know what else to do. Now, I'm not going to Walmart. Forget it. I like Harris Teeter's produce, and I guess if I had to pay more, I had to pay more. If I really, truly want to cut it, I guess I'd go to Walmart. I don't know. I ain't bought produce from there in a while. I stopped buying produce from there a long time ago, but then when I didn't feel like going somewhere else, I would, let them get it. But I don't know if theirs is any cheaper or not. I don't really know if the quality is any better. I know the quality of Harris Teeter is really good. That young boy, he keeps his department up good. But I told him, when we come in, I said, how do people do it? I mean, we're lucky. We can actually afford to do it. We don't like it. We don't prefer to spend that kind of money on groceries, but we can, at this stage in our life, at this point in our life, we can afford to do it. And I don't know how people do it. But anyway, where do we get from tattoos to food? Listen, y'all don't even know. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all another Facebook memory just popped into my head. This one was from today, actually. I was up last night at 2 o'clock, and so I sat up and I looked on the TikTok and the Facebook, and one of my Facebook memories, I didn't post it. It was a funny one to us. So Holly's best friend, she had a baby younger in life. And the little girl is, gosh, I don't know how old now. Maybe 7, 8, something like that. So when she was little and still on a bottle, Holly was babysitting. Well, David was on the couch asleep, and I was in the living room, and Holly, she come in with the baby to get the bottle. David woke up and saw the baby, and he goes, how long have I been asleep? I guess you had to be there, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Listen, let me tell you, I'm going to tell y'all what. She don't watch my videos. She won't know. She wouldn't care. Let me tell you what Holly used to do when she was little. I don't even know that there was a name to the game. When we bought this house with Mama, she had blue carpet. Because y'all know Dusty Rose. Williamsburg blue, that's the name of it. That was the popular color back in the day. After the avocado and the harvest gold, we went through the avocado green stage, and then she went to the Williamsburg blue stage, and she had the blue carpet. And we had the blue carpet in here a long time before we tore the house up. Holly, we'd be in there in the living room, and Holly would she would put on blue clothes. She would have blue, like, pants on, a blue hoodie, and she would throw that hoodie up over her head, and she would come slinking in on the floor, just on her belly, just slinking in, and we were supposed to not see her. And then when she would come over there and come up on the couch or the chair, whatever, oh, we were supposed to be surprised because she snuck in on us. She also played restaurant. She loved playing restaurant and store and school. She played all that. Both of my children were very capable of entertaining themselves. They both had very vivid imaginations, and they could play independently and enjoy themselves. So one of her favorite things was restaurant. And she would come in there, she would have her little paper, and she would say, well, what do you want? Okay, well, I'll take a hamburger and a Coke. You don't have Coke. We don't have Coke. You have Pepsi. Whatever. Well, I think I'll take some French fries. No, you get tater chips. We couldn't order what we wanted. She told us what we were going to get. So we were just like, yes, ma'am. She would say, we had a box one time. I don't know what kind of appliance we had. So she had it back here in her, this was her room when she lived at home. She had it back here in her room, and she decorated it all up inside. You know how they color the boxes, and she hung pictures, and she did all this, and she made herself a mailbox. And we had to write her letters and write her mail. We had to come back here and deposit it in her mailbox. She just did all kinds of stuff like that. She also drawed on everything. She was a good child. You very rarely ever had to scold her. But her one thing was she liked drawing on stuff, especially writing her name. She liked writing her name on stuff. Well, she would write on the walls. She would write anywhere. So one year we had this one bedroom suit. It was actually David's bedroom suit when we got married. And then we had bought another bedroom suit. So when RJ was moving out, I don't even know which place he was moving to. And I said, do you need this dresser? We're not using it. He goes, yes. So I cleaned it out. Because she had used it before. I pulled out one of the drawers to clean it out. In the very back corner of that drawer was her name. She took that drawer out, wrote her name, and pushed that drawer back in, thinking nobody was going to see. Oh my gosh. Speaking of nobody going to see, who among us has never had a child cut their own hair? None of us. I think all of us has had our children. RJ did it. Holly did it. RJ did it twice. And he was proud of himself too. We had a video camera at the time. It was me and his daddy. And when I seen what he did, I got the video camera out, and he come up and he was just all up in the face. He loves his picture took. Listen, both my kids were cheese, boy, they didn't mind having the camera in their face. So I had my gallbladder out, and where the kitchen is now, that was the front where our living room is now, was like the living room. And back here where our kitchen is, I made that a whole kitchen, but it used to be like a galley kitchen and like a little den area attached to it. So it's all kitchen now. Where our table is, that used to be like the den. And where our sliding glass door was, that was a window. And our couch was up against that wall. And I had come home from getting my gallbladder out, and I was laying over there on the couch, and I was rolled over towards the back of the couch. And she come walking in there. I guess she had turned 5 already, because she started kindergarten that year. She come walking in there, and I just rolled over to talk to her. And I looked. I'm like, what did you do? She thought she was looking good. I'm gonna tell you what. She cut that hair, and she hid it up under her bed, thinking we was not gonna notice. She was looking good. She had long hair down her back. Beautiful blonde long hair. I had to cut it off to get it as even as possible where she jagged it up, and then her bangs were up here, and that's how she had to start kindergarten. You ought to see her kindergarten picture. At least it had grown out a smidge by then. So anyway, that was those are some of my little memories from today. I think that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. Did I tell you David stayed the same? Yeah, I did. So anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to know about today. I think it's supposed to rain here today. If it would not be so cold, I'd go sit out on my front porch. I can't wait to get back out on that porch. Y'all know I am ready to get back out on that porch, and as soon as it is warm enough, that's where we'll be. We'll be out there with all the birds chirping and the cars going by, and y'all just have to deal with that again. If y'all are new here, you just don't know. My porch gets loud. The birds are wonderful. The cars, not so much. Sometimes we do a lot of stopping and starting, but that's okay. I love my porch. So I think that's all I know today. I guess I'll let you go. Let me study just a second. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, wish me luck that my 3 pounds was actual 3 pounds, and that I don't gain or stay the same next week, because I ain't trying to hear that noise. Not at all. So, thank you for all your support. I said it before. I'll say it again. A lot of you did not join my channel for Nutrisystem. You joined my channel for Weight Watchers. And I have morphed over time from this to that to the other. And y'all have stuck by me and supported me no matter what I've done. That is the test of somebody who is supporting you for you and not necessarily for your channel content. That is a testament to you as subscribers that you're sticking with me through whatever it is that I go through. And I cannot appreciate you enough. Hold on just a second. It means more to me that you're sticking with my channel for me more than what my channel content is. Which you're sticking, you have to enjoy the content. But whatever I bring you, you're sticking with it for me. You're supporting me. Any little wild hair that I go off on, okay, well, this week I'm doing this. Well, now I'm doing this. Y'all have stuck by me. Y'all have given me encouragement. And we're behind you. And whatever you do, I'm here for you. And that means the world. That means a lot to me. It really does. I appreciate it so much. So I just want to tell you that before I go. And I will see you tomorrow for my weekend menu plan. So, knock on wood, it should be a short video. Well, before that, knock on wood, I'll see you for my what I eat in a day. So, that's it for me. And I will see you then.